does a hero truly mean?
Hey Kappa Kappa, hey Kappa Kappa, hey, this seems familiar. Anti-Mage being picked up again. Welcome to game number 3 in this best of 5 series for the Aegis Challenge for ESL One Frankfurt 2016. My name is Dragon Drop. I'm joined by Johnny. How are you doing, man?
I want to change my name to Choke on Your Sanctimony after that last one. That was a standout performance, but then again, if you give a carry that much space and that much time, I think that's pretty likely to happen. But I mean, I mentioned the multiple ways you can go about going after an anti-mage draft, and they went with what I suggested, which was a horrible idea. Never listened to me, and they opted just to obliterate the rest of the team. Didn't really have anything for the anti-mage himself. PA might have been able to optimize or itemize a little bit toward that, but opted to go for mass deeps, and I don't know. Black just ran away with it, man. It was
Yeah.
literally stole the show, and he did not die that last game. So yikes, yikes. So maybe now, perhaps you have 5 heroes you can pick around him. So maybe
They had the
try
last
that.
they had the last time around too. I mean, it was the first big anti-mage, just like this one. So I don't know. Neat
Yeah,
Gaming. I mean, there's plenty of ways to deal with the anti-mage, right? It wasn't until much later until the Black really got unstoppable with that. I think there was a timing that Goomba could have hit, and maybe with a bit of a different lineup, it's something they can go for again, with just some more decisive push that can also go for high ground pushes reasonably well. Maybe something like an Aegis Prophet now, right? They can put on pressure on lanes, they can just chip away slowly but surely and constrict the map even more than they were able to with the lineup that they had. Gonna start with a Lion here, good enough. Bring that lock down to the table, that component. Nightstalk as well. I love that too. Just all out aggression early on, with the silence, with the slowdowns, and until Anti-Mage gets his meta style, that silence at night, at max level, lasts for like 8 seconds or something ridiculous. He's not gonna
yeah,
blink
it's
anyway.
actually absurd. It's absolutely absurd. But you gotta remember, last time they had time dilation maxed out,
Yeah,
and it's still like it's great to have to be able to limit him and lock him down a little bit, but you gotta have the damage to follow it up, and you can't wait until 35 minutes. Like, let's combo this guy down. No, you
yeah.
gotta do it before he gets 3, 4 items on him and makes it, almost an impossible task. So. I like the first 2 picks, but they're gonna need something else. I mean, because obviously, there's some sanctimony to be choked on. So I think if they go about the same way that they did last game, it's just gonna turn bad. And you don't want to go 2 games down early on. I mean yeah, it's still winnable, but it's an uphill battle. You don't really want that. So hopefully they're a little more cognizant of what the hero pool is for their players and how they can go about the rest of this draft here.
Well, Zeus has been banned out, so it's something that Neat Gaming cannot fall back on after securing themselves the Doom again. So obviously worked out much better in that last game. Congrats straight for that. But now the bans. I mean, Lion Nightstalker, how much does it really say about the game plan? What do you want to ban out here?
I mean, I think it's kind of unfortunate that the Beastmaster's literally been receiving so much hate because I really like him just in general. Just I mean, I know I understand that you can kind of get out of uh, the shout like right away with the blink, but at the same time, like I feel like it goes right along with their objective too. Like they want to be able to take the objectives. I mean, every game has been like that, correct?
Yeah.
They take the early objectives, they win the early team fights, they win the lanes, yada yada yada. And it's great, but I mean they got to be able to capitalize on it. And I mean, the first game they did an amazing job of it, and I think the Beastmaster would really fit into their plans, but very quickly banned by NEET. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The Tinker's been this is the second time the Tinker's been banned now too. I don't know if there's a Tinker player, but I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't really need to hear March for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, so I'm okay.
Well, the Germans seem to love their Tinker. So if you think back on Quakwa, he was one of the bigger Tinker players as well, back when it was first unnerved almost. Or the
Yeah.
big wave hit it, the big patch that nerfed them like 3, 4 different ways. Just nowhere to be seen again. But yeah,
They're
let me
taking
go
all
and
these pushing heroes. They take out the DP. They take out the Dragon Knight. I mean, it's obvious what the game plan is, but you can only ban out so many heroes, right?
Yeah.
And eventually, you're probably going to want to ban out a
10
safe lane or
seconds
two that you
remaining.
don't want to go up against. So it's interesting.
5 seconds
I'd
remaining.
most like to see a like in here.
Just go all in.
Yeah.
Just
Reserve time.
I honestly I have not seen a like it in a little bit. I know he's picked up a lot of popularity in a couple lands recently, but
I don't necessarily
especially
think that they'll pick it, but it's just one of these things that might catch you off guard, even as a fifth pick or something. Or even something like a Broodmother. Right? Doom, Anti-Mage, already two heroes that can't really deal with that early on. So maybe you have to go into that particular toolbox and find a strat that maybe catches Neat gaming off guard. But for now, it's gonna be Lone Druid. So yeah, that's another pushing hero.
yeah, I mean it's an obvious game plan, and I don't think I don't think the Radiant's too worried about it right now, honestly. It's
10
Needs
seconds
had to
remaining.
face this every single game. They're like, all right, well we're literally the same heroes. It's
5
like,
seconds remaining.
I do like the Night Stalker a lot better here because they had the map control before, but they didn't really have a way. They had the wards down, but they didn't really have a way to like take advantage of it. And now with the Night Stalker providing that early vision, providing that quickness and burst damage at night, I feel like they can really make the moves when they want to here. I mean, because remember they had the vision on the anti-mage, but they couldn't do anything about it.
Dire
Yeah.
team
They literally were watching him farm for close to 10 minutes straight, and they couldn't really do anything about it. Yeah, they killed his team a couple times, but he doesn't give a shit. Like, let them die. Let them die.
Essentially what it was, yes.
Yeah, like sacrifice
10
peasants for
seconds
your
remaining.
king. Like it's pretty much the mantra here for NEET. So
5
the LD
seconds
will make that a
remaining.
little bit more difficult though. I mean, because now it's they get
Yeah.
the team wipe and they can instantly go for
Reserve
racks
time.
later on in the game.
Yeah,
So.
that's the thing, the big difference compared to the last game. We sure you had the Dragon Knights, and before that even the Death Prophet. But when the game goes later and later, that pushing power from these heroes just is limited compared to the Lone Druid, which is kind of the polar opposite, right? It doesn't really push a whole lot in the early parts of the game, but once the bear is fully decked out, as you said, you win a team fight and you take a building at the very
10
least.
seconds remaining.
And that's something that they have to watch out for. But also really like this Winter Wyvern
5
pickup,
seconds
especially
remaining.
up against the bear. Can just turn it around completely with a one single well-placed Winter's Curse. I mean, if you use that properly in high ground defense, which is something that they have to keep in the back of their mind right now, if the game goes as the other two games went so far in the first like 10, 20, 30 minutes, then
10 seconds
yeah, a well-placed
remaining.
Winter's Curse is always gonna turn it into 5v4.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. I think.
Reserve time.
I don't know how I like the Tide Hunter versus Wyvern interaction because it's it's basically like who can get in there first. I mean, because it's gonna kind of be like how they're bursting down the void because you really don't want that Wyvern ult to get in there and just disrupt everything.
Yep.
And then also you have the Savage Roar to think about too. So once you get everybody grouped up, if they decide to go on somebody that's kind of singled out, it'll probably end up being the line that gets picked down to the Night Stalker, as the LD will probably just beat him down. So, but then you just get Savage Roar to send everyone away. So I don't really know how I feel about the Wyvern pick, honestly. But I don't know, maybe just a nice safe support for the anti-mage. Keep him safe, get nice wave clear when the anti-mage's not away so you can farm quickly and effectively. But I don't know, it's a really interesting support in this metagame, actually.
Dire team ban.
So gotta go for the combo with the pucks that can kind of set up for each other in a way. There's some decent mid-game teamfight to create the space for the anti-mage is necessary.
Yeah, I actually really like the puck pickup too, because that was
10 seconds
one thing that
remaining.
was kind of lacking the last draft for NEET. They didn't really
5
have that,
seconds
instant
remaining.
initiation, and now they really have something that's really, really strong. Not only do you have the blink initiation and with the
Radiant
Dream
team
Coil, but we also
ban.
have the silence immediately too, which is really huge if you can somehow burst down the Tidehunter, or maybe just get in there and doom him just to make sure that Ravage doesn't get off. So I think he's been banned out the last 2 games, correct?
Radiant
So
team pick.
finally makes it through.
Yeah, I think so. Right, now to the last picks. Okay, NEET, what are we looking for now? I mean, is this a 3-position Doom or is this just the rolling 4? And
10
Goomba
seconds
seems to think
remaining.
there was a support Doom.
Yeah, I would actually
5
be more in
seconds
favor of the
remaining.
support Doom because you can get an offlane that can contribute a lot more, I think, than the Doom. No offense to
Resolve time.
Chill, but I think he could operate a lot more
10
efficiently at
seconds
another
remaining.
offlaner. But
There
running out of
is-
time here, both teams with
5
very little
seconds
reserve time,
remaining.
so make their minds up quickly.
Rubik.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, so
that's-
there's another
yeah.
offlane Doom.
Dire team pick.
We'll chill Doom again. Rubik as a secondary support, and now it's probably gonna be 1% lone druid. So still gonna look for a mid lane matchup up against the Puck. Who's actually left really? Still Queen of Pain,
10
which is not the
seconds
best matchup,
remaining.
just because it can't really make use of the poison dagger.
5
Wanna go
seconds
obnoxious, you
remaining.
can always go Viper or something silly, but okay, never mind. Mid lone druid,
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
not really. I don't think I've ever seen a Puck LD matchup mid, but yeah.
Should be very
That's-
favorable for lone druid, right? I mean, if he manages to spare well, he constantly have the harassment coming out that Puck cannot really dodge all the time. Then you have that global +1 potential from the Spectre here, from Night Stalker roaming around, setting up for kills on these rather squishy heroes here when you think about it, with the Wyvern and the Rubik.
Yeah, and I think they knew that going in, and they probably had the mid LD picked out right after they saw the Puck. They just decided that was going to be the best play, and
Yep.
I don't know. I think they can get a lot more out of this laning phase. I mean, they've done it every game, but at the same time, I feel like this is the same case
10
here too. And
seconds remaining.
the Spectre obviously going to be able to match up a lot better later
5
on than the PA
seconds
did,
remaining.
unfortunately. Even with the awkward itemization, I think the Spectre's a really good pick. And Rubik actually kind of underrated right now. I think this is actually a pretty damn good Rubik game too. I mean, it's very difficult to get ravaged, but I mean, you never know.
Can you actually steal a bear?
I feel like that would be too ridiculously OP.
Yeah.
I feel like that, and you cast the bear, then you're casting everything. I feel like it'd be pretty difficult. You'd have to time it like really, really well, I feel.
Yeah. I actually don't know if it's actually possible. Technically, it should be, right? It's a normal ability. End of the day. I'll have to test that out at some point. But yeah, apart from that, you have the Ravage you can steal with some good timing and maybe a bit of misplay there from Scabo. Lion, always easy to steal something useful from him, either the Hex or the Earth Spike, even the Finger of Death even. Later down the line, costs a lot of mana for the Rubik, but he's gonna build up a decent mana pool for himself.
Sorry, I'm just creeping on the effigies here since obviously we have another Kitty Pride boys. Panthers with the panther. Cute.
Alright. Game 3 is on the way, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, welcome. My name is Dragon Job, I'm joined by Johnny. This is the battle for the Aegis challenge. Best of 5 to determine who will get the best experience ever at ESL One Frankfurt 2016. Will be in just a month's time, so do stay tuned
And
for that.
might share it with you. Maybe.
Maybe.
Depending on how this
Maybe.
cast finishes. Actually, ooh, got another smoke here. Shocker, just like every other game.
She didn't see
Although the
smoke in the last
level
game,
one
but in the first
fight-
one, yeah.
The level 1 team fight here for needs a lot stronger this time around.
Immediately leading the charge, can get the lift off into Panthers, and this should be the first blood without right click away. Stun only hits an anti-mage. Tries to eat his way through the trees, but it's not gonna happen. First blood being drawn, Chill gets out on his own belt.
Yeah, that's such a strong team fight level 1.
Yeah.
Like,
30 seconds
there's
to battle.
literally nothing you can do. But
Even went for the Infernal Blade, so that does mean that he's not gonna get a quick creep. At the very
yeah,
least.
well, he didn't get one last time either. It took a minute 45 seconds before he
That is
walked all the
true.
way out of the other jungle. So I don't think he's too concerned, but at the same time, securing that early kill, kind of nice. But now, Stormer, he's got the orb available,
Battle begins.
Should be fine, we took a lot of damage from that.
Coin of the realm.
and he's only had 2 shared tangos, so not the greatest of times here for old Puckaroony. So Wambo actually playing a conventional support this game, a little
Wow.
weird. I'm actually like, caught off guard. Like I don't think it's a. We have an Impulsta.
I don't know,
And
maybe
Tidehunter,
he plays the roaming lion. The classic.
Going for a really cheeky pull, and he's gonna lose a little bit of mana, but
Well, the Kraken Shell, I
Very
mean, they don't
Yeah.
actually have a lot of damage between them. So you can go for that. Plus the boots, obviously, as
Yeah.
well, making it easy to just run away.
he's just gonna take the whole way for himself, guarantee the XP. That's actually you can only do that with boots, and that's gonna be difficult to farm them as he doesn't have Anchor Smash, but he'll take the XP over missing a couple CS for sure. So
Creep
Easy
ends,
level 2.
Yeah, exactly. It's sometimes really hard to actually get that, even as a Tide Hunter. Because you only really gonna get super tanky when you hit like level 3, level 4 with 2 points up into the Kraken Shell plus the Anchor Smash. That's what really keeps you alive. Let's sort of think about his middle lane a little bit, because as you said before, it's not a matchup that we generally see all that often. I mean, obviously Puck has come back into popularity recently, and Lone to admit is not unheard of. This particular matchup is still far from common. His top lane actually hold that thought chill, going in deep. Second level up, got the Scorched Earth running to give him a little bit of extra sustain.
He's going for the no creep build. I think it's just gonna be really difficult. Like Storm just has to play super passive until that bottle comes. Literally one
Stabbo?
shared tango for quite
For
a
the body
while.
blocks here, Ada. Ada going for a couple of body blocks, but he's not quite enough now. Maybe the black T blinking in. Hey, never mind. It's Scalp. It's a Tide Hunter. He's not dying.
He has boots, which is they're still gonna go for it. It looks like.
That's
And
not
they're
lift
still going there. He's got
available, but
lift up.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
not going to be
it's-
able to get in range. Even with boots, I mean, Rubik is one of the slowest heroes in the game.
Yeah, he's right up there with CM. It's
CM is
always amazed me like how
385 and-
base
yeah.
boost speeds can like differ so greatly. Like you have some that are almost as fast as boots, or if they had boots, like you have the what is it, Skywrath, who's like ridiculously fast. Like
Skyrock,
There's at least,
I think
like, 3 others that
Pugna,
have, like-
Chaos Knight, Enchantress, not Cottle as well. Enchantress and Cottle are the
Yeah.
highest with like 335 or something ridiculous.
just makes no sense. And you have like CM over there with 285.
Yeah.
Like what does that even do? All right. Well, now bottle coming to Storm, so this lane's gonna change quite a bit. But I mean, yeah, the kill potential. It's really as long as Kawhi can just juke the orbs, he really shouldn't be any danger at all here. So
Kind of trading even in terms of farm so far.
he got the Wild Wing Ripper again, Children. That's so shitty. I mean, he's got the Bassy. I mean, so he doesn't, I mean, armor is nice, but he's already got the Stout, and he has the exact same build up as last time. But
Do you mean
Bang.
to say he got a Wild Wing shitter?
pretty much, pretty much. Tuesday, sir. Yeah. RNG's just not in his favor, and they blocked the camp again too. So
At least he got a
Making
first blood to
life-
make up for it. And yeah, he's still getting his levels, right? He's level 4. Absolutely fine,
I mean,
actually.
compared to last game, this is like worlds better. But as I say that, of course, he's gonna get caught on. No, he'll be fine. Rotation coming from Panthers though, level 4, so he has a level 2 Void here.
Scorcher
but-
comes out,
yeah.
unable to really get the body box going, and yeah, you can't just kill a
Yeah.
Doom. Especially not with thick charges, ensuring they can get the Scorched Earth off. So it's... Especially with respect to Lion Lane. We see it time and time again these days, I feel like, but it's not actually all that strong when it comes to kill potential. Lion is enough to kind of keep the Spectre safe and make sure that Spectre doesn't die, but in terms of turnaround potential, we didn't need something more. And Panthers, well, maybe would have been able to do that if the nighttime was just coming a couple of seconds earlier, because maybe gotten the Reckless in that extra bit of chasing potential. As it stands. Maybe he can do that now. Chill, Lord Mana doesn't actually have the cooldown for Scorched Earth.
Dyer's middle tower
That should be a kill this time around.
Yeah,
to get
it's
that
kind of like Alchemist. Like as soon as that cooldown's there, he just becomes just such an easier target. So, not to mention nighttime kind of helps too, right?
tower is under attack.
Same time though, in the middle lane, actually saw a pick off without even having to use the orb from the Puck. I actually just picked it up at level 6. That was a nice little rotation from these supports. Making that
Yeah,
happen.
the Rubik came in, Adam making the play there. The boots, I mean, it's a little unconventional, but I mean, they kind of had to do it just to keep up with the Tidehunter bottom. So, pretty big pickup there, and now, I mean, it kind of changes the dynamic of everything here. I mean, the LD we kind of figured, we both just assumed would be fine, but I mean, they don't really have any, I know now that it's nighttime, the Night Stalker can rotate, but he was pretty committed to top and killing off the Doom. So, and it's not the easiest gank on the puck, especially without any. Oh, he did get an early point in the silence. Okay.
He held onto it for a little while, then he used it on the Doom, just make sure that cannot really do anything. Now he picked himself up the smoke. It's definitely what you need to try and ensure the kill. If you look at the vision now, he TP'd out of range, gets the smoke up and running. So these 2 observer wards that they committed here, it's actually a bit overkill. Kind of showing a lot of the vision here. That's not even going to be enough. And now, especially with the coil being used aggressively, he might actually be able to snag the kill, but not with the entangle into the Savage Shore, essentially acting as a stun. Now the turnaround. Panthers being at the right place at the right time secures the kill on the puck. Meanwhile, up top, the line ends up falling to just Rubik and Chill. They're going in deep here. They want to find Spectre. There's enough mana for Spectral Dagger after the stick charges.
Dire's top tower
He will be
is under
fine just
attack.
sitting in there. At the very least,
Okay,
he's taking
so-
out a farm. Now, can it turn around? Panthers is there, still has decent mana. There's the Void, but there's a little bit too many heroes to really bargain for. Doom thrown on top of him. He should not die from this, maybe? I don't know. No, he shouldn't die. Quite enough damage.
Oh, there's your Wild Wing shitter. There's your Wild Wing shitter. Can't even get CS with it.
Wow.
All right, so in your Dota 2 travels, how often do you play Tidehunter?
Sometimes. I actually played it in 82L a couple of times.
You probably have like 2 games now. Okay, so he went for Tranquil Boots. He went
Oh,
for
stop
Tranquil
summon.
Boots. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh God. See, as soon as I say nighttime, and I say that they're not ganking him, Caster's Curse dies immediately twice in as many minutes, of course.
Come on,
But I mean,
what are you
I
doing,
just against the anti-mage, I feel like if he just blinks and at some point gets Manta, you're not gonna be able to get the Ravage off. You want the Arcane Boots just to guarantee that you have mana at some point. Like now with the Tranquil Boots, yeah, you're sustaining in lane sort of, but I don't know. I feel like your team needs the mana so much more.
Yeah, I agree. Just a
But-
team yourself just kind of need the mana pool if nothing else to be able to throw out more than a couple of Anchor Smashers, maybe a Gush as well, and still have enough for the Ravage even without any sort of mana burn coming out. So it's I don't know.
Yeah,
It's not a
just-
drag
I
and
mean,
drop
don't get me
approve
wrong.
build.
It's not. This is an approved list. I would not play this in 82L, so not approved. Looks like Kawhi's in a difficult position here. If he gets hit by that orb, oh, they're just gonna commit coil. Yeah, they're just gonna go all in.
Trying to make himself tanky. Nice little Savage on 2 heroes. Still Lisi on the side. Trying to bring him down, but will be able to. Last
Made
bit
him
of
work
new-
for it at least.
Panthers might be able to get the counter kill here, but no silence onto 80 means Panther will be lifted back. Doesn't want to commit a cross, especially with silence out coming up from Stormstorm and preventing that extra nuke anyway. It's only 1-for-1 across the map. Doom actually ends up dying up in the top lane, so simultaneous kills everywhere on the map right now.
Yeah, this is actually a very, very topsy-turvy game. I mean, we always had like a clear-cut winner before, and now it seems very, very even. You don't have that kind of lane aggression that you had pushing like you saw in games past from Goomba. So I don't know. Maybe Tranquil's is the play because he's actually sustaining pretty well.
Yeah,
But I mean,
that's
obviously
kind of
the
flip side, right?
actives,
I mean, you
the
can't
active's barely getting used.
Yeah. Same time, just the armor is nice because you're playing against an anti-mage 1v1 melee matchup as a Tidehunter. Normally, in other matchups, you kind of rely on the Anchor Smash to kind of make sure you don't take a lot of damage, but without mana, obviously, you cannot guarantee that. Instead, he goes for a little bit of extra armor.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because when he's out of mana, he's also not taking the mana burn damage.
Yeah, but no one else is gonna build Arcane Boots, so now whoever gets gone on by the AM is just. I mean, there's really no sustain coming out, so.
Yo, AM, look at this! Panthers actually made his win in a daytime rotation.
Oh my gosh, how
I
is he
didn't-
dominating?
I did not even see him come in there, so I gotta be honest. But now, easy kill for the Spectre here. He was involved at the very least with an assist. In the first haunt of the game, also gets himself
Hey
out of
guys,
dodge
I
up
was
top.
there.
Yeah.
I was there. Did you see me? Yeah, he's 003, so he's not getting credit for any of these kills, but definitely getting some participation points from his teachers, so that's good.
Is under attack.
Nice. Gonna be able to pick himself up the urn if he wants to.
Looks like he's gonna go with drums. Ern's actually already been picked up on Panthers on the
Oh yeah, yeah,
bed,
that
so
makes sense.
Dire's top tower.
as much as I love stacking Ern's, maybe not the play. Although, yeah, with Panthers rotating as much as he has, I think it's fine. I mean, obviously you want a little bit of tank on the Spectre for the
Rambo.
drums, maybe.
Oh.
Oh no!
Middle tower.
TPs come in, maybe they can get Wampa, but that secondary TP on top of them just way too long.
Yeah.
Might get the bear, and yeah, they will be able to burst him down, but at what cost? Here, Knight comes in together with Panda, silence up in a chill, make sure the cannons really help out. Nice little freeze there, though. Try and keep 8 alive, forcing Panthers to commit. He gets the kill. He should die himself. No more Savage Roar available here. The Tower Shot will finish him off. Plus Alicia there with his Splinter Blast. 2 for 1
Yeah,
trade
this is-
after all.
I know it's hating on the Wyvern pick, but I mean situationally, like in situations just like that, when you have when you're kind of counter the aggression like that, when you can save someone with Cold Embrace and then quickly turn around like Splinter Blast, I mean it's almost always maxed out first, and it's great wave clear, and it's just a great way to disengage. Like you saw how low they were. That's just 3 points in it, and now Alicia picked up level 6 too, so that Winter Curse for this next fight. So really big, really big.
Yeah.
Kawhi actually just picked up the Midas, so not the greatest time by any stretch of the imagination. So gonna be a little bit delay on that Radiance here, so need to have a little bit more time to operate.
Well, maybe it's kind of the trade-off running him as a mid instead of the safe lane. Mid's much more vulnerable. He ended up dying
Looks like
twice.
gonna turn on the Doom up top.
Chill, Scorched Earth's
Yeah.
actually running out just now, but he's making his way back. Panthers might just be able to intercept here, especially at nighttime, but want to commit for it by the looks of it. Not alone.
Yeah, they know Doom's up, and I don't know if they're ready to go against that right now. The Spectre really doesn't have anything to offer. Yeah, Neck doesn't quite have Haunt up, and even so, like you want the Dagger to be able to run him down because he is pretty quick with the face boots. Rubik still anchor smash. Well played.
Nice.
Alright,
Top
so
stacks
if
with
we're
that,
going
actually,
just
if you want to.
straight up later on, who are you favoring here, the Spectre or the AM?
Super late game, Spectre, 9 times out of 10. And there's so much that he can do, just throwing out these illusions. Because Rubik obviously not gonna be able to handle a tanky Spectre illusion like next to him, but maybe the Fusel Blade even on top of everything else, and Radiance Burn and whatnot. Neither so with the Wyvern really. They cannot really help but run this kind of situation. Even the Puck, right? It's always gonna be squishy. Sure, he has a nice little tool set to keep himself out of trouble and escape. But you have to escape from the Spectre illusion. There's just so much space that the actual lineup has. And I'm not sure if Anti-Mage can really keep up. Because it's not just a Spectre, it's also a Lone Druid. And the ever-present threat of the Tide Hunter, which may even force Black into going for a BKB or something like that, which is an item slot that doesn't necessarily do too much for you. But now there's a Winter's Curse on the Panthers, they not quite be able to bring it down with that shield, dropping low. At least they get the kill on the Panthers at the end of it all. Splitting Blast once again coming in. Hey, there's Black. Bit of fireworks here, so Doom taking us away on 9. Savage Shot's gonna miss. Now another blink forward here. They want to bring down the Spectre, dropping on very, very low, but now Stick charges into a dagger across the tree lines.
The Cold Embrace is just so good.
Yeah.
They didn't even need to use it there, but if they really needed to, if Chill got a little bit lower, it's just... And knowing it's there and just spamming out Splinter Blast, like it's really hard for them to go into these team fights when people are TPing in, so... I don't know, man. And I don't even know if necessarily this is a Radiance case Spectre. I mean, still 0-0-4, not really getting the kind of early start that you'd want. 1,200 gold, which is nice, but I don't know if they can, especially that. Plus, that'd be double Radiance too, by the way. So.
Oh yeah, got that. Haven't even
Perhaps
thought about that, but yes.
Yeah. Perhaps not the
yeah,
play. I mean, Spectre is
yeah,
still very, very strong
exactly.
without it. So.
There's like 2 different Spectre builds that are popular. One is the Radiance build, the other one is the one build that Spectres who get shut down also fall back on, which is kind of the Manta into the Fusel, this kind of things, right? Just buff up the illusion as much as you can, just like the Anti-Mage does, really.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that it's kind of like the fallback, but at the same time, I think it's just like an alternate path. Like, it's still really strong, and it's just situational, too. Like, the Radiance, yeah, that's great for farming, but I don't know that if they really want to play this farming. I mean, they saw what Black did with farming game last time, so
Yeah.
maybe not the greatest approach. A lot of TP rotations, and everyone's here for NEET. Still no Ravage used actually, which is kind of peculiar, unless I missed one.
I don't think
I
so.
did.
I haven't seen one
Yeah.
either.
But Tidehunter is going for the mechanism, so Scabo going for the utility, but it's going to be hard, man. Without Arcane, the mana pool for Mech and Ravage, I mean, that's literally it.
Alright,
Can't-
there's a
literally can't do
coil
that.
onto Wembo, just TP's out, but it's not gonna be in time. Black is there, snags a kill for himself. Mana Void is such a good spell in these kind of situations, just free disable.
Yeah, well, that's a nice thing too, especially since, you know, Abyssal's nowhere near in sight for him, so it's nice just to have that TP cancel available almost all times. What is it, 70? Yeah, 70-second cooldown, so
Dire's bottom tower is under
really
attack.
a non-factor here.
So what differentiates him as well from other heroes like Juggernaut even. Now without the mini stun from the Omni Slash and also Bristleback, right? Don't see a lot of Bristleback because it doesn't actually bring you a whole lot. I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't do burst damage, and if it runs at you, just TP out. And there's nothing you can do. The anti-mage is a bit different, right? It's
All right, we get it. You like anti-mage. We got it, bro.
What?
We got it.
it's a fun hero. Like, did you see how Black played the last game? He was at a point where life is just good, right? You blink around, you blink on someone, Abyssal, Manta, then he explodes, right? That's the funnest way to play Dota, in my opinion. But hey, moving on.
You are a rat at heart. The German rat.
Yeah. You should see me play Nature's Prophet. Exclusively go
Oh
for
my
the X Octarine
No,
refresher build.
please.
Exclusively.
You despise me.
It's so much fun though. It's so much fun.
It can be. I've seen it. I can't remember who I was casting. I think it was Yellow Submarines. I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was Rebels, and they did the Aghanim's Octarine core against the Sven, and I
Yeah.
wanted to shoot myself.
Okay, that's where you say, alright, maybe that's not worth it. But what's really good is if there's very little wave clear on the other side. Actually, Stormstormer will be picked up in the bottom lane, unless he can sort of magic his way out of this. Doesn't look like it with the stun
Nope.
coming out.
For my time.
No use up or anything else. He got himself a Midas though, so I've got to commend him for that.
9 cannot buy a kill at this point. Like, literally impossible. He's 0-0 and 5. Like, he's been a part of all of these fights, and he cannot get a kill. Max dispersion. Try to get some damage that way. I don't know. I really have no idea.
Dire's middle tower
He's committing
is
drum
under
charges. He's not getting killed. He's gotta be really fucking sad at this point. But it looks like he will be going at least for the casual Yasha at absolute minimum. I mean, yeah. I mean, Diffusal, Manta. I mean, it's all pretty standard from there.
Yep.
And then you can kind of work your way around it from that point. But I think finishing up the Manta is pretty strong though, because he definitely needs the stats. Not getting Urn. I mean, he still only has. So.
Well, finishing off an ancient stack halfway to his Blink Dagger now, if that's the route that he wants to go for. Let's see, finish up the mechanism just a bit earlier.
Yeah, but I mean, look at that mana pool. 225 plus 225, like literally Ravage, and he can't do an anchor.
Can do one.
Yeah, he can't do anchor smith. No,
But
it'd be 5
with the region, he's 2.4 region. You can. Yeah, it's.
With a small delay or popping magic
Yeah.
stick, he can do it. So depressing.
Dire's middle
man.
tower is under attack.
Lane anti-dimensional farming has a Battle Fury, has Zone
God,
Yasha now. Oh god, tower decline.
Panthers is just styling on people. He literally just walked up and punched that.
Dire's structures
Did not even care. I mean, there was no
top
follow-up,
lane
but he didn't
Shell.
know
Showing us Shadow Blade gets his right click off and a Doom with the 9. That's an easy pickup. Titan was there, but he wasn't even able to do anything. Now throws out the Gush. It's half his remaining mana pool for a bit of a slow Wembo, though not quite able to get in range in time
is under
for the fall of the Sable. It's even more reinforcements coming in. 80 and Lycia. Actually find more if Goomba stick around. What's the Radiant's watch here? We've got Spirit Bear with the Relic and 1100 gold on Alondra, so he almost has that. Also seems like a decent timing on him, despite his deaths.
We do have 4 Midases in the game, 2 on each team. So Puck has a Midas. Looks like, is that a Lincoln Sphere?
For Puck?
Yeah. I highly doubt he's going refreshers. He would not have the mana pool. So
I mean, Lincoln
Battle
makes a lot
Fury.
of sense, right? When you think about
No,
Night
Battle
Stalker or
Fury.
the Night Stalker
Battle
kind of
Fury.
initiating on you, or the Blink Hacks
Yeah.
online, which will come out eventually.
yeah, I think maybe just at absolute minimum, just to be able to put on the anti-mage, as he's still somewhat vulnerable. And there's your Radiance watch. 21 minutes in, does get it up, even with the later. Oh, chill.
Sure about that, Chill. Went for a right click on Wambo, but Scabo says, well, 9 comes in. Once again, doesn't get a kill. Just goes back further onto Licia, but now there's the Witch goes on an illusion. Lone Druid, well, showing off the
does
fresh
happen.
Radiance with the right clicks to go with it. 2 kills going the way of Goomba Gaming. Hey, hashtag space created. Bottom tower
Yeah.
goes down.
I mean, that's kind of they're okay with that because they know the Lone Druid's going to be able to do the same thing, so they're trying to take as many objectives as they can before the Lone Druid starts to get big. So
We
lose
still have
2,
yet to see a
gain 1.
Ravage. Oh god, there's a coil though. They find Panthers on the side.
This is
We'll be
it.
able to bring it down. There's Ravage, but where's the follow-up? It's not there. Goomba stole
Oh.
Anchor Smash. Oh, unfortunate.
Just barely got the anchor smash off. That was so close.
Oh,
Yeah,
gonna
it's-
go back in. Scabo, well, Black can't actually do too much damage here without the mana burn. Now Wambo's there, blinking for both simultaneously. Now all of a sudden, actually make the blink into 3 as Edie has his own one. It's 2 more kills all of a sudden. Other side of the map and other turnaround. Once again, top lane Chill, the same kind of play as before. Shadow Blade into Infernal Blade, right click into the Doom. Even the Shadow
A
Shock
Duke
Blast for
into
good measure.
Oh my gosh. That's really a great item pickup for Chill. I mean, obviously I can say that in hindsight now, but the Spectre just is not tanky enough. Yeah, the Manta's finished now, so it'll be a little difficult, but I mean, getting those was at least 2 pickups. Yeah, 2 pickups quickly, just solo, just walking in with the Shadow Blade, dooming him, and just running him down, right-clicking him to death. Like, there's really nothing he can do against that. So, really smart pickup by Chill here. Yeah, like I said, it was a little difficult with the Manta, but either way, he's definitely slowing down the enemy carry, which is... Black is happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep making space for me. I must farm more.
Sitting at almost 15k net worth here, 23 minutes in. That's a GPM of 637. And a bear on top of that, obviously, it's so much.
Still a little bit lower than your average, but whatever, it's fine. Alright, Chill. Maybe overstaying is welcome. Wombo, really? Oh.
Still seeing there,
Get the
Sentry
sentry
walks
down.
outside of range, though. They have another one that's a big commitment here, but they should be able to burst him down at the end. There it is. Patiently commitment from 80. Blinks in all the way. He just feeds himself. He did not. I don't know if he didn't expect everyone to be there, or if he just thought he was Tight Hunter and just tankies him just because he had the Anchor Smash. But
Where are your right clicks now?
right here, burst down. Okay, never mind then. It's another tower.
Oh my gosh,
going that
look
way.
at all the sentries. Look at all the sentries. That's beautiful.
The path of sentries.
We will find you. 400 gold committed. Not bad. Seems good.
Can I actually get the puck here? Stormer, Savage Roar stops the blink out into the silence. Great play also. Great Windless Curse. You mean it's next of Wemba, but at what cost? Licia, he's being slowed down. And gets swiped down as well. Who's actually ahead in this game? I have no idea. It's 14 to 14. The graphs swinging back and forth now between the Radiant and the Dire. It's mostly just the Intimate who tips the scales.
Yeah, it's not as one-sided as it's been in games past, though, where you had the Elk and everyone else broke joke, or you had the Anti-Mage and everyone else just kind of in the game. Like it's a lot more evenly distributed, especially with those couple kills in the Doom, and having the Midas obviously helps quite a bit too on the other cores. So everybody keeping up, but I mean, the sad thing is they were both dead when their Midas was on cooldown, which is pretty brutal. Easy Roshan though.
Yep. Gonna put that on Lone Druid to make sure to get the maximum effectiveness out of that Radiance Bear. Then he also has the Gladson's actual hero, so that bear is no joke either, right? He's the highest farm on the Dire side. Spectre's a bit behind, but so far Kawhi is able to pick up the slack in that regard, try and create some space for Spectre. Nine is just careful enough not to be picked up once again and again by just the Shadowblade Doom. And at some point he will be able to get his own items up and running, and he will always be able to contribute with the Haunt. Storm in middle lane, better blink away to his teammates.
Is under attack. Dire's top
Yeah,
be
and
fine.
if they can match Rat with bigger Rat, so I mean that's not too big of a deal here. I mean the Anti-Mage is a lot more survivable than the LD at this point. Is they can just jump and commit everything on him if they want to, and not even worry about the bear.
It is. Doom comes out on the Scabo.
Yeah.
But that one off the Kraken Shell, unfortunately, so... actually, Wraparound. Nice little Ravage stun here instead from Wembo! Now the turnaround with the actual Ravage, it's an absolutely everyone. Nine in the backline's cleaning house. Savage Jaw controlling up the Anti-Mage, who now has to blink away. Yeah, Rubik already TP'd out. Chill actually got the Shadowblade off, so he should be fine. Actually, no, never mind. Can't blink away far enough. Got the Anti-Mage in the backlines.
Oh my
That
god.
is a huge victory to fight recap. Despite the buyback, about a 3k gold change in favor of the Dire side. Lone Druid got a big chunk of that. Also the Spectre, quite a bit. 600 gold for him. I can go for the Fusel Blade, or maybe... yeah. What else would you be looking at, the Spectre here, in this situation?
I mean, I don't even know what. Maybe I think a casual Vit booster would do a lot of work here. I mean, it's
Yeah.
the Spectre's still pretty damn tanky, or not quite tanky enough, and you don't want to go for the Vanguard because it's just a really gross build up into that Abyssal and doesn't really offer you too much. So, yeah, I definitely think the casual Vit booster and Diffuse will be more than enough.
How
I mean,
can
the
you
Diffuse
say
was
that
so
though?
constant.
How can you say
What?
that about that Abyssal Blade build up when now Glorious Anti-Mage goes for that exact same build?
It's called Abysmal Blade for a reason, bro.
Yeah, it is,
Okay, so of course, you see that's smart. You don't listen to
yeah,
me.
I was right, you were
But-
left. Just we'll have that on record, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I still feel so bad for Scabo though. I mean, without the buyback, like he has a mango. This is the second mango he's purchased just so he can get anything off. Like that's his life right now. Like he has to commit gold to mangoes, otherwise he just won't be able to get his kid off.
Just imagine
There's-
if the Blink Dagger still cost mana like back in the day.
Oh my god! What was it?
It's
can't
costing
even remember how much it
75
was.
mana, I think, even.
I was gonna say 50. Yeah, it's something. It's
yeah.
still something ridiculous
Yeah.
though. It's. I mean, the guy would literally just be an anchor smash creep, basically. So.
Well,
Uh-oh.
that was unfortunate. And might get another one here. Lincoln Sphere Puck pops the coil. Ryan comes in. Actually keep track of him now. The reinforcements come in from the side of NEET Gaming. Doom on the Panthers, but he's only kind of used what he wants. Nine is there, dishing out the damage. With the Diffuse Blade here, chill. Well, he was chilling out under the cold embrace, but it's not gonna be enough. Scabo ate the mango, got the gem instead. As Stormstormer was pretty much out of options here. She gets a blink off still after that phase shift, but
There is nothing more frustrating than being unable to committing like that and being unable to kill the puck. I was waiting for the Ravage, honestly.
it would phase shifted it and it would be even more annoyed. But now, wow, Black kind of all alone here up against Scabo. 9 remember, but they're all out of mana right now. Just blow up the line. Now 9, well, just has to TP out. He can't even do it unless, yeah, ED doesn't auto use his lift as well. So recognizing that plus the anti-mage ulti is on cooldown, he can just go for this casual TP out. Well, Panthers now has a gem plus the eggs. Holds on to that, despite dying.
I really like the Lincoln's pickup. I know Yule's is like the go-to puck right after the blink, but he's going for it now, which is a-okay here. But yeah, I think just the way they're kind of picking on him, I think it's a really nice pickup. And like I said, I mean, it's not that the anti-mage needs it at this point, especially with the Vanny finished up.
What is this?
What?
It's an Orb of Venom is sitting up top here, where the puck is found.
Bait. Oh, I'm telling you, they can hear us. I swear to God, they can hear us. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I know what that
I
was
hope he
about.
says something.
I almost wanted to start the banter now. Hey, was that an orb of venom bait? I'll just save it for the next lobby.
I can't believe Roshan's up right now. Someone should take it. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, so we saw some clowny stuff out of 9 last game. Do you think the double radius might be in the cards still? Maybe.
Oh, man.
Maybe. I mean, it's a farming item, and it's... I don't know. I mean, people always tell me it's never too late to go Radiance on Spectre. I'm like, well, what if an LD's picked up? That's something I can interject into the question, or
Yeah.
into that statement now.
I
But, I mean,
think the better way to go would just be to go like Skadi or something, Skadi or Heart. Just be impossible to deal with, and you're still gonna get the damage output, right? Just on the back of the Fuel Blade and the Desolate damage.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the nice thing about Spectre. You don't have to build damage. Scotty would be pretty damn good.
Actually, one other thing that I could imagine I've seen before, also on a Spectre that was way far behind. It was actually Priest running that. And a very long game where they're also on the back foot for the longest time. They ended up going for a Spectre Refresher Orb. Just to have a
Yeah,
double haunt available.
that's typically like when you have the Naga Siren, you have your farm, and you got your own separate courier following you around in the jungle. Like you got your 7th and 8th items on it.
Well, where are we at now? 20k net worth on the intermage here. Let's finish up the Abyssal Blade just now. It's getting to a point again where we can just stop blowing up people. Are you scared of that right now if you're Goomba? Or do you just say, alright, we can deal with the anti-mage, we can just get our damage out on our core heroes?
I mean, he hasn't died since the landing. Oh, actually, no, that's right. He did die up top that one time.
Yeah.
Barely, just barely. So, I don't know, man. It's not quite like a reflection of last game, kind of getting like flashback to that, but they have a lot better ways of dealing with them. So yeah, I think they're a little bit less afraid, but the guy's literally like one item away from just going, full man mode. But I think the LD's doing a really good job. He's had pretty good positioning
Oh,
here.
Blink, Hacks, there it is. Horn coming in here, and plus Ravage, he has Chill comes out, unable to get the Doom off even. They bring down the anti-mage, bring down Chill. Licia, looking for the Winter's Curse, he gets it in the middle, but no one in particular. Sure if that was the bear or the creep or whatever. Might have been the bear, I don't know. At the end of the day, Winter Wyvern just dies. Yeah, that's a problem. Anti-mage, I mean, no buyback. You just blink hacks him, he has
God.
nothing to protect himself against that. Everything being used, but definitely worthwhile because we talked about it in the draft. You have the Spirit Bear, you win a team fight, you take towers. Stormstormer, unable to really do too much. That's a coil of
Trying to
able,
buy
but with some
time
damage
here.
really, yeah. Fine is still alive and kicking Chill. If he dies, he has to die back. Not be controlled up, they just focus on the rack. Stormstormer. Just going in for the silences here, but not really worried, they're just leaving the bear up front.
Yeah, he can play tank. There's still 30 seconds without an anti-mage here. Doom is available, and so is Coil, though, so they gotta be careful with their commitment at this point.
Trying to bring down the band. That is the second bear. Remember that. If that one dies, and I definitely have to get the hell out. Just committing that to bring down the racks. And yeah, I'm just gonna let it fall by the looks of it. There it is. It's gonna lead to 3 on gold at the doorsteps.
Sans Aegis, I think that's about as aggressive as you can, honestly.
Yep. Speaking of ages, find out when Roshan will respawn in about 30 seconds time.
Yeah. That was. I mean, they couldn't have waited for that because otherwise anti-mage would have been up. So I think that was definitely the right play, and I love just the perfect layering of all the spells just to take out the anti-mage.
Yep.
I mean, it definitely was not an overcommitment whatsoever. They used everything they had perfectly, and that's how you have to do it. There's really no other way to go about it. That's just and.
They recognized that
Unfortunately,
there was
I
an
think-
opportunity given on the silver platter, right? Anti-mage kind of exposed like that with Lion with the blink dagger showing it off. Style. Getting that initiation up and running. Speaking of initiation, top lane. Don't do it. Well, Savage
Oh my
Roar.
god, Savage Roar!
He's still caught him by the coil. Now there's the Abyssal Blade. Haunt comes in though. Want to try and turns it around. Yeah, low druid might not have his bear, but he's still pretty damn tanky himself. Silence comes out. Light finger. And Black dies again. This is not last game, my friend.
No,
Cannot go
they
for
have
this.
much better ways of locking him down, and I this is what I was talking about. Like, you got the Lincoln sphere, and I really thought that he was gonna mage. Like, that's what's catching him off guard. He's getting blinked in and silenced, getting blinked in and stunned, getting controlled somehow. Like, at least being able to stop one of those, it's gonna help so much. But I mean, dying that quickly back to back, I mean, that's I would have tilted like seconds into the first initiation when they went out. Like, now it's like psychologically, like before, I mean, you remember how fearless he was. He was running all over the map, pushing at will. If he had his team with him, cool. If not, who gives a shit? And now it's like, where do I go? What do I do?
Died a couple of times in succession, and also reflects on net worth. I mean, he was 4k or so ahead of everyone at one point, and now look at the lone druid. He didn't even have a bear up top, but he's still now surpassed them in terms of net worth.
Yeah, the graphs have dipped heavily in favor of Goomba now as well. So what we already assumed definitely being reflected in the statistics. So they can go in this if they really want to. Coil's up.
Well,
Team's really far
Sandstormer
behind,
might not be up though, and Wambos misses the stun. Now Silence on the Nightstock makes sure that he can't go any further for the time being. Now Coil on 2 in the backlines here, chill. Looking for the Doom, maybe on Panthers here. Savage Roar plus the Hex will stop that from happening. Wambos will fall on Anti-Mage. And some good damage out actually. Not being locked down this time around. 2 is down, but the Biobeacon Lion says that they still want to fight. Scabo can go back for the Ravage now. Doom is ended. There it is. Now Stormstormer will fall first. Black still very much alive here. Now the Winter's Curse comes in, focusing it onto 9, and he will end up falling. No buyback horn for this guy. Wambos, well, that's a dieback for him, but it looks like if they can just get a little bit more damage on top of him, and a couple of right clicks should do the trick, as, well, Lone Druid tried to go for the Sentimage, but Alicia, well, the Cold Embrace, keeping him safe now. Bought enough time for Storm and Shield to come back into this fight. Claim yet another kill on a very core hero. Buyback use on the Lion as well as the Puck. Puck definitely got more done with it, though.
Yeah, well, and that's the kind of scary thing too. It's like, Puck, yeah, you lost the coil, but the hero still does so much. The right clicks alone, over 160, like, just, not to mention the silence is being really crucial. And with the team fight split up like that, and the Doom coming out on the Tidehunter right away, like, they weren't able to beat down the Anti-Mage quite as fast and effectively as they had in team fights past. And with that, I mean, the Puck thrives on chaotic team fights, right? So being able to go along the supports, and I mean, you saw just how much disruption it was caused. And yeah, the Ravage really did pretty well, but by then, I mean, the Spectre was already like basically dead. Like, it came in just too little too late once the Doom finally wore off. So not ideal, but
there's just a difference between Haunt in the fight and no Haunt, I think.
yeah. Not only that, but I think they were. I know that they really wanted to go for that, but I really wish they would have had maybe a little bit more detection too. Because the Doom, they didn't have any detection in place. They didn't have the gem. The Doom just ran up and just doomed the watermelon. So made it really, really difficult. So the classic pub mistake of, you know, not getting vision over Roche and just running in. So yeah, unfortunate, but maybe not so bad though, as the rest of the team has kind of tapered off. It looks like for NEET.
Let's get back to you.
We're keeping up. Yeah, pretty much. The LD and Spectre obviously going to be far and away your leaders. And speaking of no buyback, Spectre actually just going all in with the B-Fly. So I honestly, I know you're always right, but I definitely would have went with the Scotty in this case.
I don't know. I mean, it's mostly worried about the Anti-Mage, right? So.
Yeah,
Yes,
who's
Butterfly
the
doesn't
best
work.
farmer on the team who can easily get an MKP.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess.
The Scotty maybe a little bit more value, but whatever. We're not playing for the Aegis Premium Cup, so it's all good. Actually, is this a? Oh yeah, it's a finished BKB on the Doom actually. Holy shit, it's a
wow.
Hex! Look at these items.
What?
Dragon Drop, where's this farm coming from?
It's probably the Tranquil Boots, to tell you the truth.
True.
The
They've got
sustain
the
coming
passive
out.
gold gain.
Oh, bottom lane Savage are actually on Stormer, but Panthers unable to really pop the Lincolns and actually got the lockdown in, but it was just setting up for Wambo. Quite finished Mafia just yet though, with stun from the coil snapped. Hopes will alliance, plenty of time for some extra rotations coming in. Wambo will be brought down by Anti-Mage. It's one for the trade at the end of the day, and he actually finds Panthers in the sidelines. G9 is still here, try and turn us around. Menastal, so many illusions here bashing away at each other. Panthers will still end up falling. Stormstormer coming in to try and make that happen. Now, Londu just blinking away, trying to TP away. Will blink in into the ultimate from the Anti-Mage, says no. Some just a numbers advantage here. I don't know where all these people came from, to be honest. But,
Tranquil Boots.
Tranquil
Okay,
Boots.
so this is
It's too fast. It's making it too
Again.
fast.
every team fight's been exactly the same. It's literally the Doom just
that
running
catch the
in.
watermelon.
Yeah,
Goes
they're
Gabo.
just hating on the offlane on offlane hate this game. It's just absolutely surreal.
He's still alive thanks to Tranquil Boots. Turn up in the air, cannot blink out though. Doesn't mean
Yeah,
all
I'm
this.
just gonna go right for it. I mean, yeah, they still have Aegis for quite a while, so there's really no reason. He's got buyback.
Must be
can
heartbreaking.
fully
It must be heartbreaking for Goomba. I mean, we're just in a position where they kind of claw black control of the game. Now in the span of like 1 or 2 team fights, NEET Gaming just took it right back off of them. Now the hacks onto Anti-Mage, but they focusing on damage and chill. That's easier target to bring down.
I mean, he's the one who's really messing up these fights for them because they don't get the Ravage. They're not able to get the initiation that they want, and I mean, they're gonna have to. They don't have. There's no way they have the gem back. Yeah,
With that
they're definitely not.
Axe to the Rubik now.
Definitely not. Oh my gosh.
Gives you that really low cooldown.
Also gives you a
Yeah.
dead Panthers. Oh, nice mini Ravage coming up from Wombo. I love the Lotus Orb so far this game. There's only been a couple times where it was really beneficial and actually shot back a spell, but it's just the threat of it.
It's much like Lincoln Sphere if you can see it, right? I mean, with the Lincolns, sure, you have to commit a spell to break it, but then you're free. But with the Lotus Orb, you're gonna be able to break it, and you're just gonna have to deal with the fact, hey, everything I could do to him is probably gonna be reflected if it's a single target spell, and yeah.
I want to see the reversed Winter's Curse, honestly.
Oh
that's
yeah, that's the biggest
that's the dream. But I want them to be like almost side by side, though.
thing.
So you can just watch everybody just hitting the shit out of your teammate. Okay, this is something you almost never see from anti-mages, but I'm really glad he got it. Realizing that the only thing stopping him now is that chain, and now he's just gonna go BKB. Just play it safe.
Needs to, honestly.
Still not gonna stop him from the initiation.
Oh, cast his curse. Maybe do they have enough damage? You need some more lockdown to actually get some BKB off. With the help of the Glimmer Cape, so gonna have to steal Felicia by the time being. For the time being. He's gonna try and track him down. Nice. Should be alright now. No more haunt available to keep track of him. Hey, at the very least, BKB charge already forced out. You still get a kill off of that, and it's decent commitment, obviously, with a Spectre Haunt coming in with the Lion ult, which is level 3 though, so it's like, whatever, 40 seconds.
The nice thing about this, though, is that he can eventually sell the BKB when it becomes fluid, so it's only 5 seconds, and he has like maybe grabs a heart or something. Because honestly, at 5 seconds, I don't know if it's actually worth it, because they can just wait it out.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't really get the feeling that this game's gonna go that long. They're taking racks so quickly, and there's 2 exposed. Actually, yeah, I forgot the mid lane that was taken already. But yeah, they exposed racks mid. So I mean, it's pretty much 1 or 2 big team fights where the enemy team doesn't really have buybacks, and they're just gonna finish it because both teams take base or high ground very, very quickly and effectively. So
It's still a very even game. If you look at the net worth graph, it has really surpassed the 7.5k mark. It's hovering around that now for the rated as well, but same for the experience. But the longer the game goes, the less significant that is, because you have all the core items that you're looking for, even on the supports. Even Lion, who's sitting at 4k at the very bottom of the table, he has his blink, which is all he really needs. Maybe Ghost Scepter would be great, but yeah.
Yeah, Ghost would be okay, but
apart from that, you have the Night Stalker with a Lotus Orb plus Axe Gem now. You have everything you need, so it's all gonna come down more and more to just execution and who finds a better initiation.
I mean that's pretty much been the name of the game here. But now I think Anti-Mage, he's well equipped enough not to get comboed like that again. So fool me once, fool me twice. Eventually, I guess don't freaking fool me the third time, otherwise I'm gonna get really pissed and get a BKB. So that's
Pretty
really
much.
the only. Yeah, it's like combo me once, combo me twice. So it's I don't know. The hex on the Tidehunter, seeing as that he's always been the prime meat of the pickings here. I don't know. Hold on, is that maybe just get Aghanims on Doom? This might be one scenario where I'll permit it.
Could pick it up right
Just
now if you
literally-
wanted to. So.
Yeah, literally make the Tidehunter useless. Now he goes Abyssal. Okay, so no more cheeky stuff. No Deso. No Vlads. He knows he needs the lockdown, so.
They
Even
have,
so, I mean,
yeah.
it's...
With that, they will have plenty of lockdown for the Anti-Mage. You just need to find the initiation before the BKB comes out. Then they have so much to chain on pretty much every hero. I mean, Nightstalk obviously is not going to be as effective with the silence anymore. Just gets pushed off, but still have the
There you
axe
go,
and
the
stun.
blink
You have the
axe.
oh god, nice little Windows Curse from Scabo. It's the tankiest target. He will not immediately die to that, especially with the mechanism coming out. BKB on Doom makes him large in a charge, but not in charge enough. Do we bring him down? Now Anti-Mage tries to go for Wambo. We'll be able to bring him down. We will on backline Stormstormer fighting up against two heroes. We'll be able to create enough space though by the looks of it. There's 9 still fighting, looking for a target on the cover of that coil. 8 and Lisa on the side. Scabo with the Ravage just to finish out these two supports. Definitely worthwhile. Can he get the trade here? Not with a Hex coming out. That Sheepstick definitely making it work for himself. And that's a
My gosh.
4-for-1 trade here.
That's probably the best case scenario for Scabo, because I mean the exact same thing. Like you thought that Chill was gonna die, right? Like maybe the Tidehunter was thinking, I will not get Doom this fight. I can actually do what the hell I want. And just before he dies, he throws out the Doom, and then Scabo, like with 100 HP, just running for his life. The Tranquil boost, bringing him up. He comes back into the fight, blinks in, gets the
Yeah.
Ravage off with the Hex, and they really turn it around. But I mean, don't forget, there's a decent hero running around still with 30k net worth right now, and almost 7k gold on this person. So
Okay, bets on when he'll pick up Boots of Travel. I say like past the 6-minute mark.
I was gonna say after the next game starts, maybe you'll start thinking about it.
He's gonna get the MKB for now. But Radiance on the Bear and the Butterfly on Spectre kind of being counted out by that hero.
Yeah, it's-
Radiant's bottom tower is under
he's doing okay without it, but actually stole the what does he sell actually? Vlads, yeah.
The Vlads, yeah.
Yeah. So
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
it's alright, his buddy will pick it up literally almost simultaneously as he sells it, so
Has fallen to the dome.
nice. Yeah, they will be able to secure the Aegis on the back end of this, but
Radiant's bottom tower
I don't know.
is under attack.
This is always the predicament too. It's when do you use the haunt when you have the Aegis? I mean, I know you want to get the right initiation, but if it's just like with the, I mean, he doesn't have the full Abyssal yet.
It's
So
almost
if-
like
if you
yeah, it's almost like you don't want to use it at all for his first or second life. It really comes down to the why you want to have buyback, and then use the buyback haunts for the third life essentially.
Yeah, I mean and he's not gonna have. Oh, okay. So he actually does save for buyback and finish off the Abyssal. So that's actually pretty huge. Not check the courier. Ooh, here we go.
Octarine Pack, is that a thing?
Bottom tower has fallen.
I literally have never seen it, but I mean, sub 60-second Dream Coils is gonna be pretty nice. Not to mention,
Yeah,
he's
but-
literally gonna be almost impossible to kill now because
Well,
he'll have phase shift up.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I think that's the biggest part. Yeah, it's a 1.25 second downtime right now.
Yeah, blinks down to 9 seconds. So, I mean, it's very. I mean, it was already very difficult to kill him, but now it's gonna be even more challenging. But I mean, MKB also comes out. It's actually on the lone druid and not the bear. I think he misplaced his little pet here, his fuzzy wuzzy cuddly teddy bear. But
It's a bad. There he is. Yeah, little buddy.
okay, now he shares.
Alright, this
now we
could be huge. I mean, this tower, they do have Glyph available, but they're gonna be forced into a fight here. They're already being chopped away a little bit. Stormstormer, be careful here, Lincoln Strigger, you should be alright. Radiant's burn not quick enough for the blink out of
Look
the
how they
phase shift.
jumped down this
80.
bear.
Yeah. Kinda need to have a pick off before you can really send him in front lines. Despite all that, despite the Soul Cuirass, it's his only real tanky item.
Gosh, the wave clear from the puck now is just obscene. Literally just blinks, pops his combo, and just takes out the entire wave in just seconds. They can't even actually get chip damage onto the tower. Literally, look at it. It's it's like you and I are hitting it, dude. It's not it's not taking any damage. Muy difícil.
I don't know why you include me in this kind of comparisons. But yeah.
Uh-oh. Nah, luckily I already had the dagger off, so I'm not gonna be in too much trouble here, but... I mean, look at Black. He's literally right next to the entire enemy team and give a shit. Like,
maybe
what
he
are you gonna
should. He
do?
gets blinks, he gets hacks, 9 comes in. Where's the follow-up here? There's a stun, and even more than another hacks from Scabo.
Wow.
And that might be a buyback forced out. It does have the gold available, obviously, with their
Yeah.
31k
I mean, they already
net worth,
have that
but
lane. They can
Yeah.
go. They have to go bottom.
they're gonna be able to disable the backdoor regions, so they can put the bear right on top of that thing if they want to. But there's a smoke up on the backlines. Trying to find initiation as a buyback force out
Buyback.
already, and that alone.
He has BKB. He has BKB, so it's not really all that bad. But if he dies, this is critical mass.
Yeah.
Gotta be very careful here.
The illusions on the front lines. Speaking of chip damage, well, it's as chippy as it gets, I suppose. Small victories. Where's the jump gonna come from here? The bear. God damn it.
There's a BKB
Oh.
charge down, and he's just gonna go into the
He
entire.
gets bashed up. Now bash back on 9 here, dragging away all his mana, but now he has to blink out. The coil comes in to just keep them from chasing.
I don't think he can go in again.
Oh, 9 takes a lot of damage. He has the Aegis. He can actually come back. He doesn't care all that much right now. Bear buying some valuable time for a couple of swipes. Cheese being eaten by the bear, I guess, or something. Has a couple of extra swipes off, and the tower slowly but surely is being chipped away at 9. Still not dead yet. It's also died at this stage. Now Storm again. The Lincolns just taunting. That's all he does right now. He's just blinking in and taunts them. 9 down front lines here. The Aegis will be popped. And now, do they fight? Do they stay? Do they go here? The Ravage comes in at the right time. It's up 3. Follow from Wembo here. Anti-Mage though being kept alive by Alicia. Gonna have to refocus. Ultimate comes out, and now Anti-Mage free to do some damage here, looking for the doomed up lone druid who is able to make his way out. 9 1v1 fight is actually losing this one. No Meta Style, no Pistol Blade. The bashes are real. He will end up falling. Does have the buyback on if necessary, but the rest of this team is already on the retreat. Scabo, Wembo, none of them have mana, none of them have health points to play with. 3 heroes going down.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that was a beautiful Ravage initiation, but there just wasn't enough there.
The
The
Winter
Spectre
Wyvern.
just not able to really get anything done.
That was
Yeah,
the Cold
the Wyvern,
Embrace. That was the Cold Embrace and the Wyvern. That was all Winter Wyvern here in this high ground defense.
Dire's top
Well,
barracks are
and
under
I think the best part of the team fight though is Rubik with the stolen Gush Egg Nymphs.
Oh yeah.
Just throwing out the waves. Literally using it for scouting in the trees. So awesome, and
Dire's middle
it
barracks are
sounds really odd, and yeah, they'd use the animated buyback, but they're gonna force one of their own, and they actually did defend the racks, so they're gonna be able to even out the lanes here.
Little bit available, back to region should come back soon, and now the buyback is shown absolutely everyone. They do get the disable onto Anti-Mage, and that's a dieback on him. 2 minutes down the drain. Can they win the game right now? Well, maybe we'll see. Winter Wyvern, no buyback either. They can now track down Puck somehow. Probably not. I mean, he still has Linkage, just came back off cooldown, and yeah. So he pops
Everyone
the
has
coil.
buyback other than
Yeah.
the Rubik, so it's not terrible, but yeah, they gotta get the hell out of there. This is an issue now. This is a real issue.
They should probably lose a lane of racks,
I mean,
yeah.
Puck understands what's going on right now. He has the BOTs. He realizes he has to try to do something to force them back, but they don't give a shit. It's exposed racks, but there's no way a Puck's gonna be able to do anything. He has a dig. He does great creep damage, but
Wish you could dig
He's
on the
not gonna-
towers, but yeah, he's gonna have to go back. They're just gonna go for the win right now. They know there's no Anti-Mage and they have a bear. Yeah, why the hell not? Glyph is forced out. Storm on the front line, see Hex up now. Maybe they can dish out some damage and bring him down. Shield pops the Doom onto Scabo. So no Ravage in this fight, but I don't think they care at this stage. Puck is down as the buyback immediately. It's gonna be with Wyvern with an ult. This can maybe turn us around despite the throne being exposed. Not quite close to each other. There it is. Winter's Curse onto the Lone Root will take him as well as the Bear out. If they have the damage, there it is. Panthers also dropping low. Same for 9 on the Spectres, trying to do what he can, but don't quite have the damage. Just fine. Ravage gonna come out with the illusion. They're gonna be able to bring down the puck a second time. Buyback on Panthers, buyback on Winter Wyvern, just throwing everything they can on this fight as the throne drops low and low, but not low enough. Chill hacks up on front line. Nine just turns around. He doesn't have health points, but he does not care. He gets the right clicks in. Another buyback. And the throne will be held? Maybe? At least able to blink forward. They get Lion eating with the lift up on Panthers. That should be another kill coming down, leaving the Spectre as a sole survivor. Maybe I spoke too soon. Panthers actually quite fast at his own nighttime. Man. Yeah, gotta bring it down. Yeah, they don't have buyback either. Anti-mage just boost of travel, just gonna go to the top lane.
I had to pick it out. 50 minutes after, you said after an hour. I can't believe it.
It's gonna go, but no, it's gonna fix up! No!
Oh,
Black! Why? Why
Oh.
Black?
God. This is the most ridiculous game I think I've watched in a long time. I cannot even keep track of how many tiebacks we fight.
Like
Oh my gosh.
half a dozen at the very least.
Minimum, and it felt like tactical by Black. He's like, I'm gonna make sure that you guys get throwing all your eggs in one basket. Everyone's on their buyback timer, and I'm gonna go in BOT in there. But I mean, geez, you forget about how strong this team is still. I mean, the Spectre, yeah, no radiance, but very, very strong.
Do
With
me a
the
favor.
Desolate damage coming out. Ooh,
Do me a favor and
God.
press I on your keyboard. And look at these buyback timers.
It's just Rubik, the only person who didn't have it before. Ironically enough, now the only one. Oh my gosh! Literally a timer on everybody, and actually the anti-mage Black in the best position here, with the slowest or the lowest timer, just over a minute. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Now everyone's got it. I don't know. Do you play Super Kashi? Just go all in. We got 30 seconds.
I mean, yeah, 30 seconds on anti-mage. If you kill him again, though, he's gonna have buyback again. Actually, he has the boost. He put the boost of travel back in his stash.
There you go. There's your Scotty coming out. So now it's
finally.
That's a very takey Spectre.
Quite haven't just yet. There's the Horn coming in way deep here in the backlands. Gonna bring down the Winter Wyvern, so no Winter's Curse this around. Save them the game. Yeah, this should just be a GG. A bit of an anticlimactic end. But what a team fight before that. Oh my god.
9 diebacks into just a casual little pushing over of the throne. Yeah. This is a good series though, my friend. This is a very good series.
Yeah, it should be. 3,000 euro. Our price is worth 3,000 euro. Quite a bit on the line. Man.
Yeah.
I need a break.
Goomba,
man. I need
baby.
some water.
I need to pee so badly. Alright, no recap. No recap.
Gonna save that for the draft next game. It's gonna come up in just a couple of minutes, so don't go too far away.